Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the awesome Speaker Hearts. And we are going to play one of our amazing, awesome speeches. This gentleman is named Jon Kovach Jr. Welcome to the stage, sir.
Mr. Jon Kovach Jr., who is an amazing human who will help anybody that needs help and boost anybody's spirit that needs boosting. And the world is a better place with you in it, my friend. So welcome, Jon.
Thank you so much. Hey, does everybody in here raise of hands if you like ice cream? Surprisingly, not all of you. Some of you, I know, lactose intolerant, right? But is it okay with you if I share with you my favorite triple hot fudge caramel sundae story? Is that okay with you? Awesome. It starts with this. It starts actually 100 feet below the Earth's surface in this position. I was stuck between two rocks. I couldn't move. As I breathed heavily and my body expanded, the dust built up in my face. It was gritty in my teeth, and I could not move. The only thing I could do is say, "Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Everybody needs me to get through this." Just an hour before that, I was leading an expedition of 10 people through a cave in South Dakota. As the expedition leader, our goal was to climb, crawl, wiggle, and do whatever we could to get to this cavern. The cavern was called the Outer Space Cavern. Why they call it the Outer Space Cavern? Because it was told that when you entered the cavern and turned off all lights, headlamps, and so forth, the light fragments would ricochet off the walls, and it would appear as though you were sitting in outer space. Our team of 10 were going to crawl through this cave and make as far as we could. And yes, we were 100 feet below the Earth's surface, and it is crawling and army crawling and rolling and so forth. But the final ascent is something they call a wormhole. Do you guys want to know what a wormhole is? I can see a bunch of scared faces. So you're like, no, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Don't go on, Jon. A wormhole is, I'm going to tell you anyways, is a lava tube naturally made by the Earth. It's 50 feet long. And it's literally a tube. How many of you have been in a McDonald's playhouse and you're crawling through that ball pit and it is really round? This is even tighter. And the wormhole is only passable by humans if you stick one arm forward, one arm to the side, and you wiggle like a worm to get to the outer space cavern. I can feel your energy. I'm going to take you out, I promise. As the leader of this expedition, I needed to go first to show them how it was done. In preparation, I talked to the ranger station before entering this cave. They said, beware of this rock. About 3/4 of the way through the wormhole, it'll get you. And I'm about 5'9". I tell people I'm 6 foot on my driver's license. It's an ego thing. And I use that to say, you know what, I could definitely make this. I'm good. And everyone on my team, they're smaller than me, so we'll be able to do this. So as I'm working my way through this wormhole, all of a sudden I felt and it was that rock. And it grabbed my knee, and I was stuck. And I said, oh, no problem. I can fix this. So I'm going to switch my knee out. I'm going to move my feet around. And I'm going to get out of this. Well, as I turned around and started flipping my body, I got even more stuck. That rock pinned my hips to the walls, and I was immovable. Well, I'm the leader. There's 4 people behind me stuck in the tube as well, and 4 or 5 more on the outside waiting to enter the wormhole. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Everybody needs me to get through this. To add a little bit more humor to this, because I can see where you're feeling with this, as the dust began to settle, I caught a glimpse of something right in front of my face, and it was a little bit of a crack in the rock wall, and my light was kind of shining into it and outlining the silhouette of something. And let me just put my finger on it. What lives in caves? Bats. A family of bats was in the crack in front of my face as I'm going through this wormhole, and now I am stuck. I literally thought about the Emperor's New Groove, where he falls off the cliff and his mouth is wedged into the cliffside and he's filled with a mouthful of bats and then flies into the abyss. That was not going to be the way I died. So I decided no matter what happens, I'll break my leg off if I have to. It is willpower, baby. Let's go. And yes, it hurt. I heard some cracks and some snaps, but I pushed and I wedged and I wiggled and I did as much as I could while saying in my mind, don't freak out, don't freak out, don't die by bats, don't freak out. And as I'm wiggling and pushing, it became almost a race. 1 foot, 2 foot, push, 1 foot, 2 foot, push. And the more I did that, the more I gained an inch. An inch by inch became a foot became a cavern that I plopped onto the floor, and I said, I made it. And in that moment, I learned super important lessons about leadership and teamwork, because I remembered something 2 steps after that self-celebration. There were 9 other people in the tube waiting behind me. And guess what? Every single one of them got stuck too. Ladies and gentlemen, when you feel stuck, when you get stuck, isn't it like a cave? Doesn't it just feel like the world has enclosed on you and has eliminated any option for opportunity, any option of progressing? And what usually gets you unstuck is several things. Number 1 is your willpower. And I'm not saying you have to break a leg to do it. I'm saying that willpower is a belief. It is a goal. My goal was, I'm not going to die by bats today. I'm not going to get stuck in this tube. Don't freak out. Everybody needs me to get through this. The second leadership tool that I gained from this experience was that I realized that the most important thing wasn't me, but it was me so that they could have the experience as well. As I plopped onto that cavern floor and looked around, I said, whoa, these guys have got to see this. Oh yeah, they're back there. Let me help them. And as I one by one coached each one through, it became natural. They went through the same experience. They got stuck. They turned their bodies. They pushed. No one got as injured as I did. There was a little bit of a blood trail. Who cares? Oh, let's just keep pushing on. We get to that cavern. We shut off our lights. We glamored and glowed in the outer space cavern and accepted the amazing accomplishment that was and is the power of teamwork. It could not have been done. It always takes one. You've got to lead. You've got to push ahead. You've got to create an opportunity, and you've got to find a solution through that application. I'm so inspired by this that I even put it into an opportunity for me to say, you know what? This is applicable in real life. Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, talks about this methodology called the mastermind. And the mastermind has 3 important components. The first component is the spirit of harmony. Say it with me, spirit of harmony, spirit of harmony. And harmony is where you have an agreement. Harmony is where you feel and connect and agree that something can happen, and that will lead to so much success. But the second component is that you have 1 or more people. You can mastermind with yourself. You can mastermind with others next to you. You can mastermind with a great deal of people and have incredible outcomes, like reaching heights and depths that you've never reached before. And the third and final component is definiteness of purpose. Say that with me, definiteness of purpose. that means you are clear of your vision and you know where you're going. That cave could not stop us. We were going to do it. You're probably wondering why this is called my triple hot fudge caramel sundae story, aren't you? Because when you exit a cave like that and you have a group experience like we did, where's the first place you go after having that experience? Dairy Queen ice cream. Yes, this is a triple hot fudge sundae story. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Speaker hearts, give it up for everybody you're going to hear on stage. Thank you.